Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? So welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Guys, my name is Michael Edward, the former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that don't know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated online premium educational platform that is available today. And at True Trading Group, results matter because they do. We have one simple goal. That's to help you to learn, trade, and profit. If you are new, make sure you like and share this video. More importantly, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free with myself, other TT Pro Trader moderators, and special guests. We'll drop golden nuggets and provide you guys with free lessons. We're going to help you become better traders immediately. But watch you listen to anything that we have to say on these lives. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. Began my career working at a fund in New York City. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the stock market crash. But it was during that time I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, aside from that, folks, perhaps even more importantly, since 2016, my team and I at True Trading Group have helped literally thousands of traders from all walks of life, from all around the world, achieve peace of mind and financial freedom by learning how to trade stocks, options, and crypto. At TTG, we're going to teach you how to fish. We're going to teach you how to stand on your own 2 feet. Despite what you might have read about online, trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's also not gambling. It's a skill. Skill that needs to be learned like any other, especially since it's a skill that can help you reach financial goals you guys never thought were possible. Tonight's live stream's going down as follows. We're going to do a 15, 20-minute Q&A. I'm going to bring on Adam, my partner and co-founder of True Trading Group. He's going to help me with that Q&A session. You guys are going to ask me any questions that you have. Then we're going to talk about what happened today in the overall markets. We're going to go over and discuss a red day here for me today, unfortunately, as we're getting close to the end of the trading year. But what do we think is going to happen here? We have a couple more trading days of the year. We have the 30th and the 31st. Yes, the market is open on the 31st. Okay. Typically, there's a little kind of a strange thing going on with this Friday. Typically, when you have a holiday like New Year's or like Christmas or Thanksgiving, well, Thanksgiving always falls on a Thursday, but you have a holiday that falls on a weekend, you typically get that prior day, like New Year's Eve, where you'll get either the recognition or the observance of a holiday, or maybe if it's a half a day, depending on the holiday. But that is unless the Friday is a major calendar accounting close, as the 31st is. Not only is it the end of a month, it is the end of a quarter, it is the end of the year. So since that is the case, the markets are open on Friday. Okay, you guys do not get the day off on Friday. So we have not one, but 2 more trading days left in 2021. We'll talk about what we think the markets are going to do, and then some outlook and some guidance into what to look for ahead in 2022. Then I'll show you guys the TC platform for those that are interested. We'll walk over through the courses, the tools, the resources that make up the TC platform. Yes, it is a platform, right? It is not just a chat room with trade alerts and courses. There's tools and resources there that professional traders use on a daily basis that you now have access to as a member of True Trading Group, included with your membership, to help you guys make better informed decisions. So without any further ado, let's start the Q&A though first. All right, so guys, go ahead, start typing your questions in chat right now, and let's go ahead and begin that Q&A.
Hey, Mike.
Hello, Adam.
Is there an echo?
No, you're good.
Oh, that's lovely.
You're good. My painting arrived today.
Oh, nice. How come it's not on the wall?
It just arrived like 20 minutes ago. I got to take it out of the box. It's like in this like wooden thing. It's going to go right there. But I didn't have time before the stream to get it out.
I understand. A little bit of a rough day today, huh?
Oh, man, I got spun around a little bit on ISIG. I had a red day today. I've only had like, I don't know, 3 red days, I think, in the month.
Brother, you don't need to justify how many red days. Just own it. Tell us what happened.
I was going after a squeeze in ISIG. I didn't get it. Went after a squeeze in ISIG. We didn't get it. Small cap from trading.
Okay, but let's back up for a sec. Why didn't you get it? Let's start with this. What did you see that made you think you were going to get a squeeze? And then what happened to where you didn't get it? For those that don't know, Mike is wrong a hell of a lot less than he is right. Okay, did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Mike is, I should have said it the other way. Mike is right a lot more than he is wrong, but that doesn't mean that he's, impervious like that to, to losing days, right? But I think it's important that we come out on a day like this and immediately hit it. Let's see what you saw to make you get into it, and let's see, what didn't happen and maybe why it didn't happen. Okay?
So small caps, the setup that I went after originally on ISIG is a setup that I would go after 100 more times if I saw it. It's a high probability pattern. It's just that right now in small caps, there is absolutely no follow through. It's like you get one move in small caps and then they're just done. There's nothing behind that move, and mostly because just volume is a lot lighter. The overall markets have been very volatile, so traders' attentions are on larger cap stocks and indexes because they're making larger moves. But with ISIG today, ISIG, and I'll just take you guys to the daily chart and what it was that I was looking at with this stock. And a lot of it has to do with yesterday's trading action, because yesterday's trading action, I'll draw this line for you, yesterday's high, which you can see right there, lines up with also this previous little area of resistance. Okay, so this little area of resistance lines up with yesterday's high. You're going to get a lot of short selling that's going to come in there on that stock yesterday. And then I know you had a lot of short selling come in because today ISIG was on your threshold for light speed, which means it is not shortable on light speed. Okay, I was not able to get a borrow on ISIG even if I wanted to. So that's telling me that, a lot of traders probably stepped in here, took borrows yesterday, shorted the stock yesterday, in front of that level of resistance, which is also the day's high. Yesterday's high was also that same level of resistance. So we came into the day, the morning today, and right off the bat, I was very frustrated in the morning because every morning I go through my pre-market game plan and watch list with members in chat pre-market, where I will go over with you exactly what I think a stock is going to do. I'll go over my watch list. I'll tell you guys what I'm thinking. And as I'm talking, ISIG starts to make a move from like 20 to 21 to 22. Volume started to pick up pre-market, and I really, really liked this play for a squeeze through yesterday's highs. Now, this is all taking place while I'm talking to people trying to go over my watch list. So the stock starts to make a move, and it starts to make this move down. The stock climbs about $3 a share while I'm talking. I'm like, oh, wow, guys, get eyes on ISIG. And I start to look for a pullback towards 22 so I can be a buyer pre-market and look for the squeeze move through yesterday's highs once the market opened. JD, who is one of our other moderators in chat, he actually jumped on this trade at that 22 level when we were talking about this, looking for that squeeze move, and caught that opening bell push. Okay, so I was not able to get myself into that trade. I was a little busy there pre-market going over the watch list with everyone. I did not get into the trade. JD did. Right off the open, you get this pop and halt, okay? And the squeeze starts, and then there's your halt. And then we open up out of the trading halt, and then we surge higher, and you have a very nice, strong increase in volume on that breakthrough highs. Now, what then starts to form, okay, before the breakdown is a very, very nice looking setup. This is a setup that I will trade. I don't care what anybody has to say. You show me this setup 100 times, I'll trade it 100 times. Today happens to be one of the days that it did not work out. But what you'll notice is that you had a stock that shot through the prior day's highs, halted, okay? And then all of a sudden comes out of the trading halt, pulls all the way back, and then sticks that prior halt. That's a sign of strength when a stock pulls in and sticks that prior halt. So I jumped in once we pulled back and stuck that prior halt price. And then you see the stock forms a nice little bull flag. Right? This is a nice little bull flag pattern. Okay. Nice little bull flag pattern. And then you would look for the stock to then break out of the bull flag and then give you the continuation squeeze. That's what would happen if small caps were hot. Right now, small caps are very, very, very cold. You're not getting follow throughs. You're lucky if you get a second move in an individual day, never mind a second day of a move.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So if did you know that small caps were not hot going into the trade?
Yeah.
So did that play a role in your decision to take the trade, or the setup was there and it didn't matter if the overall small caps were hot or cold? It the setup was there.
No, what I do is like when small caps are cold, what I'll do is a couple of things. Like I see a comment from someone that says you are an emotional trader, Mike. I'm probably
Dude, you don't need to address that stuff.
I know, but I'm gonna answer a comment. Okay, so I'm probably one of the most robotic traders that I think you guys will find, and you have to understand something that when you are going through when you guys are trading, you're having your emotions like really come into play is going to be your downfall. You have to try, and this is why I did a live stream last night when I was talking to people about, when you are like focusing on your game plan and your analysis, having your analysis match your execution. Your analysis matching your execution is the best way, okay, is the best way for you to keep emotions out of the equation. I always say the thing, when you trade with emotions, you make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you guys lose money. Okay, so when you have an analysis, we've talked about this on last night's live stream. When you have the analysis and you say to yourself, okay, this is my game plan. I'm going to buy here. I'm going to stop out here. I'm going to take profits here, 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 right? When that's the case, if you just follow that game plan, it's going to be the best way for you to be robotic. Because think of it this way. If you were a robot, if you were a computer, and I gave you a command as a computer, and I said, okay, computer, buy the stock at $20, stop out at 18.50, take profits at 21.50, 23, and 24. If that was the command I gave a computer, the computer is not going to do anything until one of those levels are reached, because it's just following a command. That would be you following your analysis and your game plan, right? That's what that would be. So that's how you guys can try to remove emotions from the equation. Okay. It's a lot easier said than done. But in order for you guys to really get to a point where you're going to be as successful as you guys would like to be, you have to be able to control emotions and keep them out of your decision making. And that's going to be the best way for you to do it. It's trying to be as robotic as you possibly can. Okay. So back to Adam, what you were talking about ISIG. When small caps get hot and when small caps get cold, what I do is I'll actually start to adjust my risk a little bit there's two different things that you guys can do, specifically when you're talking about small caps. When small caps are hot, what I like to do, one of two things. I'll like to actually push my risk a little bit, my risk per trade. I don't necessarily recommend inexperienced traders do this. I think experienced traders should do this, because when you are hot and the markets are hot, I think an experienced trader should press on the gas. An inexperienced trader, I think you should just remain constant with your risk. So when small caps get hot, I press on my risk, meaning I risk more, a little bit more, like 20, 25% more than I will on a regular trade. And the other thing that I'll do is I'll backload my position. What I mean by backload my position is that I will go from my tier trading strategy, which is where I'll sell, 25, 50, 25% of my position at my profit targets. In a hot market, I might sell 25% and then only 25% at the second take, because I want to backload my position for deeper into the trade, because we're getting so much follow through that it pays for me to hold the position longer. Right. So like that's an adjustment that I'll make with my tier trading when markets get hot or if small caps get hot. When small caps get cold, what I'll start to do is actually reduce the overall risk per trade, take a little bit less risk on the setups with regards to small caps, but you can also peel your profits off earlier and use more risk protection rather than profit maximization. By saying to yourself, okay, instead of taking 25% of profit target number one, you can take maybe 50% off at profit target number one. So instead of you backloading your position, you're really front loading the position. You're taking off the piece of the position, the bulk of your position earlier. So in a cold market, take the bulk off earlier in the trade, because if you're not getting follow through, you're not getting paid to stay in the trade longer. When small caps have a lot of follow through, backload it. And then you'll get the follow through, because then the reward warrants the risk. And these are some adjustments that I'll make when in regards to small caps, specifically when the small cap market gets hot and cold.
Very, very cool. a lot of people in here today are, I see a lot of comments, and to be honest, I wasn't 100% paying attention in chat at this exact moment. But a lot of people are saying, and in some respect, there's probably some truth to this next part, but I know you, Mike is a lot of things, but Mike is I've known Mike. How long have you and I known each other? Well over a decade.
Yeah, man, it's about 10 years now.
Mike is, and I'll be the first to tell you, okay, just like most people in here will know that I am, I have a tendency to be an a-hole. Mike has the tendency to be hard-headed and really steadfast in the things that he believes. But when Mike knows that something didn't work out, Mike does not make excuses. And that's what I will say, is that Mike consistently, owns his shit. So I see a lot of people in chat saying, he was distracted. He was helping other members he was distracted. Is there some aspect of that that's true? Maybe. Did the A+ setup just not work out? More than likely is what I feel. What would you say? Because I have not really seen, the only time I've ever seen Mike miss a trade is when I have interrupted him in the middle. I've never seen a member and their comments take Mike's game, get him out of the trade. I've seen him get not the position or the entry that he wants because of him, but not because of something like this. Would that be correct?
Yeah. No, guys, guys, listen, I'm gonna have red days. We've been on an absolute tear in November and December. And today, I thought this ISIG was going to be something that was going to be able to wake up small caps, and I thought this thing had potential to get up into the 30s today, but the volume just dried up. And the follow through just wasn't there. And you'll see that VWAP ended up becoming just an absolute brick wall. VWAP became an absolute brick wall for this stock, and that just shows you. It just shows you that the stock, that these small caps. I mean, look at that. That's as obvious of resistance as you can possibly find. And it's just, it just shows you the lack of follow through, the lack of momentum that there is right now in these names, that you get, a one and done type of move. So, I tried to go after it. And if you're going to trade stuff like this, this was labeled as an advanced level trade. I make it very, very clear. It's like everybody wants to be in the stock that goes up 100, 200%, but nobody wants to deal with the pullback or the volatility that comes along with it. If you guys want to be in the stock that goes from $19 to $50 in a single day, you're going to have to deal with, more than a 50-cent pullback. Okay. If you're going to trade a stock that's that volatile. So I will identify in True Trading Group, we label all of our trades, novice, intermediate, advanced. So every time a trade alert comes out, you'll know if it's a novice, intermediate, or advanced trade. And what that basically means is it's measuring the volatility of the trade. So the volatility, therefore the risk associated with that trade, will give you the indication, the novice, intermediate, or advanced label would give you the indication of what the volatility and therefore what the risk is on that trade. So if you're someone that just opened up a brokerage account a week ago and you've seen an advanced trade alert come out, you should not be following that alert. That's first and foremost. But, you would think that that's kind of a given by the label of advanced, but I still will come on the microphone and tell you guys ahead of time, like, hey, everybody, this is a trade I'm going to go after. It's super high volatility. It's super high risk. It's also super high reward, because if we were right, we would have been buying the stock at 26 and selling it at like 35. Instead, it was buying the stock at 26 and selling it down at, 25, 24, right? So you're going to have to deal with that kind of volatility if you want to be in those big moves. And it's all you need to do is not be scared of that kind of price action. Don't be scared of the volatility. You just adjust your position size to allow you to deal with it. If you're in a stock that pulls back $4, as long as you're position sized for that pullback, the pullback is manageable because the dollar amount that you're risking is still within a number that you're comfortable with. It's when people get oversized, they get overexcited, they start to think to themselves, well, how much money could I make? How much money could I make if this stock does what it's going to do? So they buy more, they get bigger position size than they really should be in the first place. And when it doesn't work out, all of a sudden they're kicking, screaming, crying, and looking for a doctor because they just got blown up. It's like, it's the greed that actually causes you to take big losses. It's literally greed is what causes big losses because you over position size. You don't follow any risk management or any discipline. So although I went after this ISIG and I took losses on the trade, you live to fight another day, and I thought maybe that the reward was worth it because I thought if this thing was going to actually give me the squeeze, it had a lot of room to the upside, and I went for it, and it didn't work out. So that's how I end up with a red day.
I think the important thing to mention here also is, Mike, did you get crushed on this trade today?
No.
Why not?
I'm position sized for it.
Okay, wait a second.
Risk management.
Whoa. So you mean to tell me that you took a losing trade, and this losing trade has no real, other than maybe some mental effect, right? Which may or may not be there. But no real lasting effect on your overall account or your ability to come back tomorrow and do something else?
None whatsoever.
And explain why that is and maybe why that is so important, because losing trades do happen and it is important to manage that.
Yeah, I can come back. If I come back tomorrow and I go 2 for 2 or 2 for 3, I'm right back into today never happened. And I tell people, like, one of the things that you guys should, here's a good rule, actually, a good risk management rule that you guys can implement. And I really do recommend this for people to kind of keep your red days in check, because red days are going to happen. You guys have to all understand that red days are going to, it doesn't matter how good you get or how much money you make, you're going to have red days. So one of the things, especially early in your career, that I think is very important from a psychological standpoint is to have manageable red days. And what I mean by manageable red days is it has to be a loss that could be made back with a good day. Like a bad day should be able to be made back with a good day. What happens with a lot of traders is that their bad days are so bad that they will never, ever have a good day equal to that bad day, ever.
And real quick, why do you think that is?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm.
Yeah. Go. Okay. Go.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. So you have to make sure, and this is a rule that I tell my members: set a daily max loss for yourself at 3 times your risk per trade. So whatever you risk per trade. Okay. And that number is up to you, whatever you're comfortable with risking per trade. Let's say if you're like, okay, I don't have a problem losing $500 per trade when I'm wrong. If that's your risk tolerance, and it doesn't matter, it could be $50, 500, it could be 5,000, whatever. I'm using an example of 500 for the sake of the conversation. If you're okay risking $500 per trade, your max daily loss should not be anything more than like 3 times that, which is 1,500. Allow for a little buffer, call it 1,600 and change. If you ever find yourself on a trading day where you are down, let's say anywhere from 1,500 to 1,700, and you risk $500 per trade. Let's say you make one trade, you lose 525. You make another trade, you lose 490. You make another trade, you lose 548. Okay, and let's say now you're down 16 and change, whatever it is. Stop. It's so important that you just accept the red day. Don't fight the red day. Accept it. Red days are going to come. You don't have to crawl your way back green on every single day that you start the day red. Give yourself 3 times that loss per trade, and if you hit it, stop, because it's easy for you as a trader psychologically to deal with a red amount that you have seen before green. What I mean by that is if you look at your P&L on the day and you're like, man, I'm down $1,642 today. And you're like, you know what? That sucks. But If you have seen yourself make $1,642 before in a single day, it's easier to deal with. You're not going to go to bed at night, killing yourself over that loss, because hey, you know what? I can come right back tomorrow. And if you go 2 for 2, if you risk $500 per trade, if you go 2 for 2, there's a very good chance that you can be up $1,500 tomorrow. If you go 2 for 2 on 2 trades and you get some decent follow through, you take profits. Maybe you make $800 on one trade. Maybe you make $700 on the other trade. Maybe you get really good follow through on one trade. You make $1,000, right? You could easily make the $1,600 back in a good day. You know you can because you've done it before. All you need to do is go 2 for 2, 3 for 4, which is something you've all had the ability to do in the past. You've done it before. The problem traders get themselves into is on a day when they have a bad day, they don't lose 1,500 or 1,600. They don't lose 3 times their loss per trade. What they end up losing is, like, let's say they risk 500 per trade, but they end up losing $2,800 in a single day. That day is going to hurt you so bad, not only from a physical P&L standpoint, because it's going to take you now so long to make that back. You only have, a certain amount of trading days in the month, 20, 21, 22 days, depending on the month. And if you're going to eat up, let's say 3 green days with 1 red day, you've just erased 4 trading days of the month and you're break even. So you're going to do major damage to your P&L when that happens. But the other thing you're going to do is you're going to do major damage to your psyche, because you now know, okay, in your mind, you have never made $2,800 in a single day. So that bothers you. You start to think to yourself, oh man, this is going to take me so long to make this back. I can't believe I just gave back, a week of profit. What did I do? I'm so stupid. And then what happens? You start to press. You start to put pressure on yourself. You start to think like, oh, I've got to make this back right now. So what happens? You start to take bigger shots. You might go with bigger position size. You start to unravel at the seams, and your discipline and your risk management completely comes undone. Now you are the biggest danger to yourself than anything out there. You are a bigger danger to yourself than a press release, than Omicron headlines coming out on the markets. That you are the biggest threat to yourself once that happens. You're now a trader gone mad on the loose with no discipline whatsoever. So this is why it's very important for you guys to understand how to accept red days. Listen, losing is part of trading, so you better learn how to do it correctly. Because no matter how good you get, you're gonna make losing trades. You're gonna have losing days. You're gonna have red days. But you've got to be able to have red days the correct way. Not a lot of people are going to talk to you about this, but it's probably more important of a conversation to have when we're going to get real and we're going to talk about you guys actually making money on a consistent basis. You have to have these conversations. Most people will just come on. They're going to be like, oh, I make millions of dollars. Look at me. I make millions of dollars. I never lose. My track record is like 2,473 trades and 2,476 for winners. Most people aren't going to talk to you guys about the red days, but the red days, controlling the red days, are what's going to help you guys actually make more money. Because you have to learn how to have a red day without destroying weeks of P&L profit. So important to discuss this type of stuff. Okay? Makes sense? Get it? Got it?
All right.
I hope you're absorbing this stuff because, like I said, a lot of people won't talk about it, but it needs to be discussed.
All right. Real quick, guys, just posted a new poll inside of chat, inside YouTube live chat. Please go ahead, take a moment, just select your answer. That would be awesome. Let's get back to the questions. All right, let's go. Ask your questions, guys. Don't be shy. Ask your questions in chat. All right. Yep. So here we go. So Ramil is asking, STR member asking, should we buy based on financials now or wait until the end of Q1 of 2022?
I think they're okay to buy now.
Can you explain a little bit about what he's referring to?
So I said that one of the sectors that I think is going to outperform in 2022 is financials. Um, some of the banks here, I'll just pull up the XLF. The XLF is the ETF for the financials. And I actually think that the financials are going to do well next year. I think the financials are a buy anywhere in front of 35. And if you get anywhere down in the low 30s, I think the XLF is a buy. The reason why I like the XLF is because the quality of our banking system is tremendous. Ever since 2008, you guys have to realize, and 2008 was really scary. 2008, the entire global financial system was on the brink of collapse. We were 48 hours away from you going to the ATM machine and the bank being like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Tim, we don't have your money." We were probably 48 hours away from that. And then the government came out with a TARP program. And to put it into perspective, the TARP program, I believe, was only $800 billion. Now, for those that are keeping score, the stimulus for COVID is like many trillions. Okay. In 2008, we saved the entire banking system with $800 billion. All right. But since 2008, so you guys hear about these stress tests that go on. The stress tests are conducted between banks, the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Treasury. And it really just is to ensure that banks have a strong enough holding and a strong enough, cash reserve to withstand major disruptions of financial conditions around the world. It's basically to see if 2008 ever happens again, are the banks going to be okay? There's been changes in the amount of cash they need to have as a ratio of, or deposits in cash they have to have it as a ratio to like their liabilities. There's also changes to regulation on the amount of leverage that they're able to kind of carry and how much cash they have to have in accordance to that leverage. It's kind of like think of like a margin requirement. Like if you guys that have margin accounts, if you've ever gotten a margin call on something, or if like you want to short a stock and then your account's like, sorry, you don't have enough cash to cover that margin. Think of it like that. Okay. The status of our banking system is the strongest that it has ever been. And banks have performed extremely well in zero interest rate environments. When interest rates go up, banks will literally make more money just for turning on the lights because they can gain interest on money. They can gain higher interest on money that they lend out. So as interest rates go up, they will obviously then charge more interest on the money that they lend out. Like think of a mortgage, for example. The rate, if a mortgage rate goes from 3% to 4.5%, okay, obviously there's going to be a federal funds rate that has to be paid back to the Federal Reserve, but that leaves a bigger spread for the bank. So they'll actually make more money on the money that they lend out. So the only way that rising rates would be a negative thing against a bank is if there's not enough consumer demand and economic activity to create lending. If the economy is so slow and it's in a recession where the banks are not lending money because nobody is really taking, but there's no economic activity or growth, then that will be bad. But nobody's expecting a recession going into next year. Everyone is expecting really an economic boom as everybody comes out of COVID and kind of celebrates getting back to life without any restrictions. Hopefully that's the case next year. And if that is the case, and you have a lot of this economic demand, and you have rising interest rates, you're going to have people, you're going to have a lot of economic activity. You're going to have individuals, you're going to have companies and businesses that are going to be borrowing money from the banks. They're going to make more money on the money that they lend out. So I like the banks to actually outperform next year. I also like energy to outperform next year. Okay. Energy, financials, and healthcare are kind of where I'm going to be looking next year to kind of outperform the markets. I don't think that technology is going to be the place to be, especially your high growth names like the Snowflakes of the world, the Palantirs, the Rokus, like your high growth names. I'm not, even like some of your payment processors, like I'm not really big on your high growth names. Even I do like semiconductors, but I think like the unsexy names or the non so sexy names, like a Qualcomm. I really like Qualcomm. Qualcomm is a fantastic company, semiconductor, but it's a much cheaper stock as far as valuation is concerned as compared to like an NVIDIA or an AMD. I really do like Qualcomm. That's a stock that I own, but I'm probably going to add to that maybe once we go into next year if the opportunity presents itself. But I think the financials are, I mean, yeah, we're close to all-time highs, but I don't know how much of a pullback you're going to get, especially if you're looking at the XLF, which gives you just broad exposure to the financial sector as a whole. 35 is a great level of support. If you can buy anywhere around 35, I think it's a good place. And if it goes down closer to 30, you can add more. And I think that's a great little position for the XLF. Individual stocks, like I like Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, I think is amazing. I love Morgan Stanley. You know, I like Bank of America. Like these are just some of the companies that I'm going to be looking at that I think will outperform next year.
Very cool. Let's see. What do we got here? Mike, what do you think of fuel cell? This is from Jizdy. What do you think of fuel cell? They had bad earnings and dragged down the hydrogen sector.
Yes. Fuel cell. Yes. So I actually own some fuel cell in my long-term portfolio. It's a small position. I'll only add to fuel cell like, you know, into the future when the company makes like, you know, miles. It's a small position in my long-term portfolio. Any one of these companies, like when you're talking about like hydrogen fuel cell technology, you know, even a lot of these EV companies, except for Tesla, you know, or maybe except for like Tesla, except for like a Rivian, so many of these EV companies, these green energy companies, let's lump hydrogen fuel cell, let's lump EV, let's just lump it all into, let's call it green energy. Okay. All of these green energy companies are very, very, very high risk, very, very high reward, long-term plays. A lot of these companies are going to fail. Now, I don't know which companies are going to fail. I like Plug Power. Okay, PLUG. I also do own PLUG in my long-term portfolio. Again, I'll plan on adding more as the company develops and as the technology develops. But I just think that it's early. You know, it's like everybody knows the future of energy is not oil. But you also have to understand that oil ain't going anywhere anytime soon. You know, I see some of these predictions like, oh, you know, 50% of the cars on the road are going to be electric vehicles by 2025. I think you're crazy. I don't believe that it's going to be that high. I think it's going to take a little bit longer than that. You know, I do. I think it's going to take longer than that. But yes, is it the future? Eventually, far enough into the future, will it be a sight to see an actual gas-powered vehicle? Yes. You know, seeing a gas-powered vehicle at some point in the future is going to be as rare as seeing a unicorn or a leprechaun. But not now. And I feel like the hydrogen fuel cell, which is a technology that I believe in very, very strongly, but it really is into the future. And I don't think that the industry is big enough right now for there to really be good value in these companies. They're too young. They're too immature. Therefore, the stocks are going to be extremely volatile, which they have been. Look at Plug Power. Guys, Plug Power was a $4 stock. It went all the way to 75. Then it went back to 20. Then it went up to 50. Now it's back to 30. That's crazy. Like, look at that percentage move up, move down, move up, move down is actually crazy. You won't see a stock like Apple or Microsoft do that. They're much bigger companies. The stocks are a lot more stable. Fuel cell, same thing. Fuel cell used to be a $2 stock. It went all the way to $30. Then it went back down to 5. Then it went up to 12, back to 5, back to 12. Now it's back to 5. 5 to 12, back to 5. That is literally over 100% move higher and then over a 50% move down. And it's done that twice in 2021. That's crazy volatility. These stocks are going to be that volatile until they really grow into their potential. That's why this is still a very small position for me. I don't care that the stock is down 13% today on earnings. I'm not adding to it because I'm not adding to this stock based on price. I'm only adding to these companies based on fundamental advancements within the technology itself. Because what you're going to have happen in a lot of these green energy plays, it's similar, not as big of a hype and not as big of an opportunity as the internet was in the late 90s. But in the late 90s, you had so many companies that were involved in the internet that were considered internet companies. 90% of those companies went bankrupt and failed and are no longer in existence. But the 10% that survived went on to become Apple, Google, and Microsoft and all these other companies. Okay. So some of these companies will fail. And I've been telling you guys that for a while, you know, especially in the EV space. I think there's so many EV companies, so many of them are going to fail. So many of them are going to go bankrupt. Which ones are going to go bankrupt? I don't know. I think the first company to go bankrupt is probably going to be Lordstown Motors, ticker symbol RIDE. I think after that, maybe Workhorse, WKHS. I do not like those companies for long-term holds. I do like, obviously, Tesla. I own Tesla from like 500. Okay, I like Tesla. I like Rivian. I think Rivian and I would say Lucid. And the reason why I like Rivian and Lucid is because they have massive financial backings. Okay, Lucid is backed by actually the Saudi investment fund, which is actually the investment fund of Saudi Arabia that is run by the king and all of his people. Okay, they're backed by them. I'd say that's a pretty good financial partner to have. Rivian is backed by Amazon. Amazon is a 20% stakeholder in Rivian. They're actually going to be buying all of their electric delivery vans from Rivian. That's a good partner to have. You know, like that's why I believe in those companies, because I know that they're going to have the financial backing to make it through. EV companies, hydrogen fuel cell technology is extremely cash intensive. These companies are going to have to raise capital. They're going to have to dilute. The stock's going to be very volatile until these companies actually get to a point of execution on their business plan and the industry grows into it. You know, I was very cautious on this, and I talked to TC members about this too. Like, you know, everyone was going crazy over Cathie Wood and all the art companies, and I'm like, man, this has gotten too crazy. Like, you've got to chill out with a lot of these stocks. They don't deserve to be trading up here. Eventually, these things are going to come back to reality. And now that's what you're seeing. You're seeing all these EV stocks, all these green energy companies. They're all coming back to reality. Fuel Cell had no business trading around $20. Plug Power had no business, you know, trading around $60. NIO had no business trading at 60. You know, these QS had absolutely no business whatsoever trading at $90, $100. Zero whatsoever. That made absolutely zero sense.
Sorry to interrupt. I have a quick question, right?
Yeah.
I'm listening to you talk about everything else. It made zero sense for these things to be trading up there. I get it. You look at that, it looks like a penny stock pump and dump, even though obviously we know it's not, right?
Right.
My question is there a right way to trade that? Because look, there's still opportunity there.
Yeah, the right way is exactly what you just said. The right way is to trade it, because the range and the volatility on these stocks is fantastic. Once they get moving, they get moving.
How do you know that it doesn't? And I'm playing devil's advocate. How if somebody is new to trading or maybe not as experienced, how would they know that it doesn't deserve to be trading at that price? Because isn't the price dictated by the market? I mean, you know, AMC is a great example of that. You know.
Well, what happened with a lot of these companies is they fell victim to the hype and the obsession with Cathie Wood. Okay, everybody was so obsessed with Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood came on to the scene of Wall Street. Now, Cathie Wood's been around a very long time, but Wall Street professionals have known Cathie Wood for a long time. But the average retail trader and retail investor just found out about Cathie Wood probably a year ago. And they found out about Cathie Wood because Cathie Wood was the crazy lady that said Tesla was going to 5,000 when the stock was at like $200 pre-split. Okay. And turned out that she was actually right. That is her claim to fame. That is how everybody got to know who Cathie Wood was. That is how everybody fell in love with this woman. And all your retail, but Wall Street's known her for a long time. But your retail investor, okay, just started dumping money into these ARK funds because they just thought, oh, Cathie Wood, Tesla, Cathie Wood, Tesla. And everybody fell in love with the EV space. And I told everybody, I literally told everybody on these live streams, I told members as well, that none of these moves are sustainable because none of these stocks, it does not make any sense for QS, a company with zero revenue, to be trading at 500 times sales. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm just making up a number. I don't even know what the ratio is for QS up at $130 a share.
Are these things that people can learn inside a true trading group? Like, because if I'm on here and
Yeah,
I
of
know
course.
nothing,
You guys have first of all, you guys have access to all this information.
yeah, but you're talking about ratios and this and market cap, and I just want to know, is it going to moon or is it not going to moon, and why? I'm being facetious, but I'm saying all of this stuff is explained, right? Like, people can come into True Trading Group and they can understand how to assess this stuff so that they for themselves can take what you're saying and apply it into real things.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also walk people through. Like, the other thing about True Trading Group too, guys, for those that are not members, that don't maybe not know, that the mods and I will always give you. We don't just talk about day trading and swing trading, but we also do talk about long-term investments. And I've been. I mean, all you've had to do is be on my live streams for the last year, and I've been screaming at the top of my lungs for people to take profit in the electric vehicle stocks at the end of last year. Okay, I was literally screaming. Just go watch my live streams. Literally, just go watch my live streams from November, December, January of last year. I was screaming at people, begging, please take profits. And people on my live streams were literally telling me that I was stupid because NIO was going to go to $200. And I'm saying, no, it's not. You should take profits now at $50, $60. But I got called stupid. I said, I got told, I don't know what I'm talking about. I said, okay, I've been doing this for 17 years. I've seen this play itself out many times, but people still didn't want to listen. That's the hype. That's the unexplainable urge to buy the fancy, shiny object that's moving higher without truly understanding what it is you're actually buying. And it's fun for the moment when the run is happening. But what happens is people do not take profits when that run is happening. What you will learn as a member of True Trading Group is to learn how to take advantage of ridiculous bubble hype moves like it was the EV space at the end of last year. Because you had, look at this move in NIO. NIO went from $3 to 65. And even with that move, some people were not happy. Some people still said, nope, it's going to 100. Okay. You should be taking profit. This doesn't make sense up here. LI, you see what LI did. You look at XPEV. You remember Lucid when Lucid went all the way to $65 before the actual SPAC merger. QS, guys, QS was at $12. It went all the way up to 130. The company has not generated $1 in revenue. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so it's like you're going to learn the difference between bubble hype and trade it and take profit versus when is a good investment opportunity for me to actually just sit back, buy, and hold versus when should I just take profits and take advantage of this unexplainable, irrational exuberance in the market and take my profit and then let the bubble burst and then buy these shares back at much more realistic prices. Because a lot of these companies will become juggernauts. Okay, like, Apple, Amazon, those stocks were once 80% sell-offs from the highs. Like, Amazon and Apple have done things like that. They've done things like NIO. NIO is down, over 50% from its all-time high, even from its 52-week high, which is its all-time high. These are big drawdowns. These are big sell-offs in these names. But that doesn't mean that they're bad companies. It just means that the stock was so overvalued at those prices. You don't want to be one of the people that gets stuck buying a stock at an unexplainable valuation for a long-term portfolio position and then hold for literally 6 years while the stock pulls back, the company develops, and then 6 years later, the stock goes back to all-time highs and you are finally break even. You don't want your money to be dead like that for 6 years. You want to learn how to trade the hype, take the profit, and then invest at a valuation that is realistic and reasonable. All right, you guys will learn that as a member of True Trading Group.
All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, guys, go ahead and ask your questions in chat. Give us some topics. I saw a question from who was it? Where is it at? Brotastic Wolf. Brotastic Wolf, I want to ask your question, but your question has it doesn't read correctly. So rewrite the question, post it, and I will put it in there. All right. Mike, can you touch on NVAX?
You said his name is Brotastic Wolf?
Yeah,
It's a great name.
it is a great name. I want to ask his question, but I don't want to butcher it either.
Well, what did you just ask me? I didn't hear.
Can you touch on NVAX for a second?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so NVAX. So I just made some really good money shorting NVAX over the last couple of days. I caught this move to the downside on NVAX. We caught this move inside a True Trading Group. Was a little bit of a swing trade from Friday. 178.68 was the entry. We rolled this thing all the way down into the 150s. Some members were in put options from like 16, 17 bucks. I think they went all this. I think the contracts went to like 26, 29, something like that. I don't remember what the options went to, but I was in the stock itself. The thing about NVAX, and you know, I just feel like this company is so late. I feel like they're so late. I feel like the only way.
You said this the other night, right? Like,
yeah,
there's already, and even if they get the FDA approval, are people really going to be excited about this company as opposed to Pfizer or Moderna or any of the other companies?
Well, here's the way I look at this. And there's some people that are diehard NVAX holders, and some people are probably going to crucify me for this. But when it comes to NVAX, okay, NVAX is not a U.S. play. Okay, there's probably not a single person in the United States that's going to get the NVAX vaccine. And I say that because we have the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine and more supply than there is demand. We are at a point right now where the people that have not been vaccinated yet are not vaccinated because there is not enough vaccines and there's such a shortage of them that they're waiting their turn. And when NVAX comes out with their vaccine, it's going to be all, joy and yay, I can't wait to get my NVAX vaccine. Everyone that's not vaccinated is not vaccinated right now because they have chosen not to be vaccinated, not because they can't get their hands on one. So you're not going to get this, like the United States government buying millions of doses of NVAX vaccine because we've got plenty of Pfizer and Moderna. NVAX is a play on the rest of the world. NVAX is going to be in other countries. All right. This is not going to be U.S. vaccine. All right. Even though they're applying for the FDA approval. And listen, I could be totally wrong. I just do not believe that you're going to have just millions of people getting an NVAX vaccine. Now, the one thing about the NVAX vaccine that and somebody could correct me if I am wrong, because I am not overly familiar with the science behind the different vaccines, but to my knowledge, NVAX is a protein-based vaccine, which is a little bit different than Pfizer and Moderna. I believe that's the case. If anybody knows for certain that I am incorrect with that, I welcome you guys to comment and correct me because I am not certain about that fact. Now, there could be some people that don't want a different type of vaccine. Maybe they want the protein-based vaccine. I don't know, but not enough, I think, for it to be this huge rush of millions of vaccines from NVAX. It's not going to be a U.S. play. It's going to be a play on the rest of the world. Well, here's the thing about NVAX. They already got their approval in Europe. And what happened? That happened. Literally. That happened. Then they got approval in India. And what happened? That happened. So...
Yeah, but couldn't that just be buy the rumor, sell the news? I mean, that's what people do.
Well, that's what the trade was. We actually made, I didn't even talk about this. We've made a lot of money shorting NVAX over the last 2 weeks because we caught this short on the buy the rumor, sell the news. If you guys caught my live stream from December 20th and 21st, I gave a whole lesson about buy the rumor, sell the news, right? I gave a whole lesson on these type of trades. But the point that I'm getting at is that you've had two really good pieces of news come out for NVAX, and the stock has gone down. And not just like a little bit down, significantly down. And I'm thinking to myself, what is the catalyst from a fundamental standpoint that's left for the company? And I feel like, well, the only catalyst would be like an FDA approval, right? Because it's not approved by the FDA in the United States yet. Now, that would be great news for the company, but then that takes me back to, is it great news for the company? Are millions of Americans going to get vaccinated now just because NVAX has a vaccine? I don't know. And I don't think it's going to. So I feel like that could be another piece of news that may get sold into. And if that's the case, what else is there to bring buying into the stock? And I think that the only thing that makes sense to me is if, and this is an if, I don't know, but I feel like if you really, really, really believe in NVAX long-term, because NVAX also doesn't have this massive pipeline of other drugs like Pfizer. Pfizer could literally not have a COVID vaccine and Pfizer would still be just fine. Pfizer has hundreds, if not thousands of drugs. NVAX does not have this huge, humongous, robust pipeline of drugs and vaccines. So I feel like the only way NVAX really goes back into the 300s is if it turns out that new variants of COVID will be completely immune to the current vaccines we have. If you believe that next year's new variants, and believe me, there's going to be new variants next year. If you believe those new variants are going to be completely unaffected by Pfizer Moderna's vaccine, then there's a major argument to be made to buy NVAX at this level right now, because this is a major level of support for NVAX. So if that's what you think, then an FDA approval in the United States could be a big deal for NVAX. But if you don't think that, then I struggle with a fundamental catalyst to move NVAX up 100% from here. To go from 150 to 300, that's a 100% move. I struggle finding the now listen, and again, I'm humbly saying I am not as familiar with the science behind this vaccine compared to the others. So if there's something that I am missing, I fully and humbly welcome anyone to tell me what I'm missing about NVAX and maybe stop me from shorting it so I don't get caught if they do come out with some really good news. But I struggle to find where the catalyst is going to come from. Now, there's a lot of support down here. Okay, there's a lot of support down here in NVAX, and I'll just show it to you guys, previous resistance. But then look at this. Ever since October, strong support, and now again, strong support. So this is a major level of support. If this level gets broken, this stock has a lot more downside. Okay, if we get below the 140s and we got down and tested it today, we got to 144.50 today. So we're really getting into but then we bounce nicely back to 152. So you see the buying pressure coming in. Okay, your next level of support, if you get below the 140s, is going to be 120. And that's going to be this previous low and this previous low. And after that, I think the stock would be in a lot of trouble if it gets underneath that level as the COVID fears subside. Like, what happens if we go into next year, and what happens if Omicron really is the final wave? If Omicron is the final wave that gets us to a level of herd immunity because now everybody's gotten COVID, A lot of people have had it now for multiple times. People are vaccinated. They still got COVID. Now their immune systems are going to, like, everyone's immune system, whether you're vaccinated, boosted, or had COVID multiple times, or you're vaccinated and boosted and have COVID, like, your immune systems are going to be familiar now with this virus. So what does it mean now? As long as that protection is still there and that immunity that our bodies have built up over the last 2 years is there going forward, what does that mean now for these companies that are reliant on their COVID vaccine? That's what worries me about NVAX. Doesn't worry me about Pfizer, because nobody could take another Pfizer shot ever and Pfizer will still be just fine. But it worries me about that with NVAX. So again, if I am missing something here, I welcome people to share it with me. You guys can send me a message on Twitter. You guys can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @MikeEdward_TTG. Again, it's @MikeEdward_TTG. Okay, you guys can give me a follow on Twitter. I'm always posting stuff on Twitter. I post, like, trade ideas, market commentary. I'm always posting stuff. You guys want to give me a follow there anyway. But I literally welcome the dialogue. I welcome the conversation. I don't want to be wrong, because if there's something I'm missing, part of this story, I welcome you guys to share it with me, and we can talk about it maybe on another live stream.
Excellent. So you seem to be feeling better, man. It's a long day for us today, chat.
Yeah, it was, man.
Long day for us today in chat. Let me tell you guys, Uncle Ben said it best, man. And I'm not talking about the guy on the rice box. I'm talking about Peter Parker's family member. With great power comes great responsibility. I see one question that I'd like to address, if that's okay.
Sure.
So Cornelia Myomi says, is AMC hype over? Here's what I'm going to give my opinion on this. All right. Look, was there hype around AMC? Yes. Did that turn into something way bigger than just hype or something like, or just like, a way for people to make money? Yes, it did. What happened with AMC was, I don't know, man. I've been in this industry a long time. I've been working with public companies since I've been 21 years old or 22 years old. I have never seen retail traders come together like that, like they did with GME and AMC. And I don't know if that's hype or not, but I think that that's the start to maybe some bigger change with some things. Right? And King Kilbasa, I was actually spoke to Matt. It is not close to 40%, according to him. That is not accurate. But what I'll say is that what happened with AMC and GME really brought a lot of retail traders together. It really got a bunch of people. It opened people's eyes to the corruption and the manipulation that's involved in this market. And for the first time in a long time, it really gave people something to really stand behind. So whether or not you think it's a good trade or not a good trade, or you think it's going to do A, B, C, or D, there's no denying what it has done for the retail community. I just don't, that's my opinion on it. So to say, is AMC hype over? I hope everyone, all the apes and Moon Gang and everyone that got behind AMC continue that movement. I don't want them to, YOLO to zero, but I want, the same motivation that they had about that. Mike, you understand what I'm trying to say? If you want to chime in, feel free.
Yeah, I think that I think AMC was one of the greatest things that ever happened to the retail trader. I think it gave the little people, so to speak, something to fight for. It gave them something to hold on to. It gave them something to believe in.
Yeah, it was like a real world version of Occupy Wall Street, but But unlike Occupy Wall Street, this actually affected some real change and
Yes.
really rattled some cages, which is great.
Yes. And the other thing that I think why AMC was one of the greatest things to happen to the retail trader is because it got so many of you interested. I've been saying for such a long time, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but did you know about half the country does not own a single share of stock? That to me is a horrifying statistic. That to me
Is
is
that
a
still
statistic.
accurate even now, even after the past two? I mean, I'm sure that's got to get adjusted. There's no way that that's still true with as many retail traders that have come in over the past 24 months.
I don't know.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's no. I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't. Well, I don't know. It's only you've had what 10 million new accounts or something that were created,
at
and
one
yeah,
brokerage firm.
I'm sure that it's not whatever the number is. It's not what it should be. That's the point.
That's
Like
fair.
yeah, maybe before COVID it was like 50%. After COVID, I assure you, it's not 80%. It maybe went up a couple percentage points, but
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. I
you
just
still
think
have
that gap had to be maybe shortened up a bit.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. That this is why I think AMC was one of the greatest things to ever happen to the retail trader, because it started to move that, like you said, it started to close that gap. It started to increase that number of people that own shares and that got involved and are now interested in the stock market. You guys have to realize that, like, if you go back in time and you just look at had you bought shares of the S&P 500, the SPY, at any point in history, at any point in your life, and you look at what that did over a 10-year period, that gain on your investment money is massive. I don't care if it's $100, $1,000, or $1,000,000. The gain that you have seen from investing in just the S&P 500 over a 10-year period is massive. And I think that the stock market is one of the greatest wealth building opportunities that you will ever encounter in your life. And not enough people are taking advantage of it. Whether you're actively day trading, swing trading, or not, just from a long-term investment perspective, having the knowledge and the ability to identify opportunities of how to invest and where to invest is a major way for you to build generational wealth that you can pass down to your family. I'll give you guys a prime example of this. Okay. My wife's grandparents, when she was born, bought her shares of Carlyle Group. Carlyle Group is ticker symbol CSL. This stock is a $246 stock today. Carlyle Group also pays a dividend, and they set that dividend to auto reinvest every time. So whenever they would receive a dividend, it automatically took the dividend and it bought more shares with the dividend. So she has compounded from the day she was born, has compounded the dividend interest to grow her position size over the span of her lifetime to where now she has a much larger position than when they initially bought the shares. And now therefore gets a bigger dividend because she owns more shares. Now let's go back on a weekly chart and show you where Carlyle Group, hell, I'll go back further and let's go to a monthly chart. Okay, my wife was born in 1987. This stock was at $4 in 1987. $4 in 1987. The stock is now at $246, and there's also a split in here that's 2-1. So you also have a 2-for-1 split in there. Guys, this is what I mean by this is how generational wealth is built. And the fact that so many people don't own shares of anything, just look at the SPY. I'll go to a monthly chart of the SPY. Okay, look at the SPY. In 1989, the SPY was at $30. $30. It is now at 477.
All right, let me ask Brotastics Wolf's question before I forget. I just had it here. Hang on. All right, there you go, Mike. It says 3, 5, and 15 minute 3, 5, 15 minute, and 30-minute time frames on a chart for indicators look different. How do you choose the right one for each time frame?
You don't there is no right one for each time frame. You want to use multiple time frames to identify high probability setups. Okay, the best thing for you to do is to use a 3-minute, a 5-minute, a 15-minute, and when you see good setups on all different time frames, chances are you have yourself a really good looking setup. If you have a setup that looks good on a 3-minute but looks really bad on a 15-minute, chances are maybe you don't have such a high probability setup. It's not that one time frame is going to be better than the others. It's that using multiple time frame, guys. That's why I use a 4 time frame layout, and you guys can do this too with the charting platform that you have for free included with your membership, where you have multiple time frame windows. So I'll have one screen where you have a 3-minute, a 5-minute, a 15-minute, and a daily. And I can also switch this to an hourly chart as well, which I do very often. So it's important for you guys to use multiple time frame charts to identify high quality setups.
All right, I hope that helped. Here's a question. Mike and Adam, since you guys have been in the industry for a long time, I just thought this one was funny, Mike. Can you please explain why the DOJ is investigating GME and AMC trading, and what? And have you guys ever heard of the DOJ investigating stocks before? Once or twice. Once or twice. If you run into him, tell him Adam Hyman said hello. Tell him Michael Edward Paranati says hi as well.
I said hello.
Yeah. No, so yes, I've heard of them investigating companies a lot.
All the time.
All the time. What you're referring to right now, I saw your question a little bit earlier. I'm like trying to find some stuff on it. I mean, look, the way that I'm not an attorney, right? So I'm not gonna, I don't want to, I'm not gonna give like, legal advice or whatever. But what I could tell you is that if there's an investigation into a company on a federal level, which is what the Department of Justice is, it's on a federal level. Okay, you have state investigations, you have federal investigations. If the DOJ is investigating, right, chances are there's a grand jury. It's closed investigation. Everything that I'm seeing online, if you Google DOJ investigation AMC, it's all like rumored DOJ probes, and maybe somebody has, more info on it. But like I see a Reuters thing here that confirms the U.S. Justice Department launches expansive probe into short selling by hedge funds and research firms for the trade. Good. I mean, you want the DOJ. I mean, in my opinion, you want the DOJ in there kind of doing that, right, Mike? I mean, wouldn't you want them in there making sure it's kosher? I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I mean,
so whenever you have the DOJ gets involved, it depends on the severity of the potential crime. So you have the SEC, which is a civil matter. The SEC can't send someone to jail. They could fine them. They could ban them. They can take away their license.
They can make them sell their Tesla stock to cover. Never mind. Go ahead.
But they can't send someone to prison. In order for whenever you read about someone that commits a financial crime that goes to prison, that is going to have to involve either or the FBI and the DOJ. Bernie Madoff. You guys might have heard of Bernie Madoff, the greatest Ponzi scheme scandal that this world has ever seen. That was a probe by the DOJ and the FBI. A lot of hedge fund managers. All right, a lot of hedge fund managers went to prison for insider trading. A lot of different things, market manipulation. There was a lot of different things that hedge fund managers over the years have gone to prison for. That's not, although the SEC may uncover the crime, they then bring in kind of the big brother, which would be the FBI or the DOJ, to come handle a criminal side.
If you're confused on how this works, just watch Billions.
Yes, literally, just watch Billions, because with Billions, Billions takes it a little even further by like really kind of like downplaying the power of the SEC. The SEC at any point could have, they could have restricted.
They could have not halted. They could have suspended trading in AMC.
Oh yeah. If there was something that
I got to tell you, I'm actually kind of shocked that they didn't.
I'm not really surprised that they didn't suspend trading in it. There's too much. I mean, there wasn't any evidence of.
No, I hear you. It's just there's just a lot going on. I'm just saying, like, the SEC, typically with that stuff, swings first and asks questions later.
Yeah, but there has to be a real potential of wrongdoing, manipulation, and fraud in order for them to because once you put a regulatory halt on the stock, it stays halted for 2 weeks. So, right. It's not like a volatility halt, where a volatility halt will halt and the stock opens up for trade in either 5 minutes or 10 minutes. A regulatory halt means the SEC has some type of information where they feel they need to stop trading in the security to protect the trader and shareholder and protect the investment community. And then that's when you'll get a regulatory halt in that scenario. But like the show Billions, the SEC in the first, second seasons, which is really when everything was going on with Bobby Axelrod, who was the hedge fund manager. They could have taken they could have forced him into a family office, where he's only able to trade his own money. He can't like manage other people's money anymore. But they really show you, the difference in separation of power between the FBI, the DOJ, the state attorney general's office, and then the SEC.
Yeah, it's way more fun to watch that show to understand all this, because it's pretty accurate, than it is to Google it. So, let's see.
And I am not excited for the new season of Billions. Someone just asked me, are you excited for the new season of Billions? Spoiler alert, they got rid of Bobby Axelrod. So no, I am not excited for the new season of Billions.
They replaced him with Mikey Edward.
I am disappointed. With the last 2 seasons of Billions. I like seasons 1 and 2, like when things were really. I just feel like I don't know. I'm disappointed with how it ended.
We're like, no, I hear you. Hang on one second. I found a question up here. Where is it? Hang on. Somebody asked us a good question. Here we go. Robert Orengo. I don't know if that's how you pronounce your last name, but that's how it sounded in my head. What is your subscription renewal rate? It was just over 72%. That number has no doubt increased. Strictly because, I don't know strictly because why, but look, I mean, if people are renewing, we're doing something correct. Our renewal rate was really, really high at True Trading Group, like abnormally high, right? And this whole year, the joke between Mike and I is that, when is it going to fall off? Oh, this is going too well. There's no way it stays at this rate, right? And yeah, so far so good. I don't want to jinx it. We're going into the new year, but yeah, it's it's pretty high. It's got to be. I would say it's got to be because what we just did is we ran a holiday sale inside of chat. So when you sign up for a True Trading Group membership, the price you pay when you sign up is the price you pay next year, regardless of how much higher our price is going to be. Um, but what we did was, as part of like a holiday sale, is we went ahead and we gave people the ability to renew early for like a really good discount. I saw that. Um, so hang on one second. So anyways, so there was something like there was over 500 people that renewed early. So that number has to be closer to 75 now, 75% now. Um, so yeah, I don't know what the actual number is at this point. I know it was above 72%. We're probably close to 75%. Um, so that's it. You know, that's what it is. So and look, today was a tough day in chat. Gail, I saw your message. I'm so sorry for your loss, Gail. Um, I saw your message in chat. Definitely keep you and your family in our prayers. Um, so what I'll say is that we have today was a rough day in chat, right, Mike?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. I kind of want to touch on that for a minute and then, talk a little bit about membership and then you get into the spy a little bit if you want and then that'll be that for tonight, right? But I hear you. You don't want to be here for 3 hours. I don't want to be here for 3 hours either. I just booked a lovely beach resort for my wife and I for our 10-year wedding anniversary for tomorrow. So when I'm done here, I'm getting in the car and I'm heading down to the Keys.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy. So what I will tell you is this. What I would like to actually see, you know what? And Mike, you had asked me to ask this last night, and I didn't have time to do it. Hang on. What I'd like you guys to do right now is I would like to know how many of you have been part of another trading group or anything like that. How much did you spend on it for the year? I don't want you to mention names of those groups in chat. Just yes and the amount you paid for the year. Sound off in chat right now if you could. That would be awesome. Let's see what we got.
I'm gonna love to see this.
Yeah, I want to know what you paid for the year. Okay, East Florida Fishing said yes, 2K. 5,000 for Steve. Bruce Sears, $3,000 for the year. Lena says yes, 2,800. Tom W, 2,400. Doris Perez, yes, 2,000. Confessor Torres, 2,500. Florida Sun, 1,165. Where is it? Leonard Odendahl, $6,500. Jesus, $6,500. Alex Marty, $5,000. Mother of Dragons, 5,400 plus 34% of the profit. That's disgusting. Hit the bid, 4,300. MJ, 1,200. Rocky, 4,000. Okay, so what I can tell you, Soccer Mom, 5,000. Yeah, this is crazy. So, and you'll see some other ones in here for like $3.99 or whatever else, $9 for a week, then ran like hell. $500, but they had nothing. Raging Bull. Oh, I shouldn't have said it. Oops. Mike, are you typing something?
No.
Raging Bull 5K lost it all. All right, so $500 just for a morning seminar, $55,000 for another lifetime membership.
What? What
That's
the?
that's disgusting.
$999 for 1 month.
Okay, the point I'm trying to make is that with True Trading Group, some of the things that make us a little bit different, right? Let me just go over that for a second. In addition to the chat room, the alerts, the access to all the trading mods, professional curriculum, trading performance journal, 200 plus hours of recorded webinars, and access to all new live workshops and webinars daily, that's just what you get from us. That's just what you get from us. Okay? That's it. Now, as part of your True Trading Group membership, in addition to that, right? We have gone out. This is what makes us different. We have gone out and worked out deals with third-party companies, and part of every TTG annual member's benefits is those companies' premium products for free for the duration of their membership. Okay? What does that mean? As a TTG member, you get immediate access to the following premium tools: Quote Media's real-time full level 2, full book level 2, and real-time options chain data. You get eTNA's stock and options simulator. This is the same sim that's used at California State University, Fullerton, University of Wisconsin at Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. Okay? You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed and Squawk, which is accessible 24/7. Okay? You get TradingView's premium charting software with all indicators, multiple layouts, watch lists, etc. Everything included with real-time streaming data. You get the Trade Ideas scanner, real-time options flow, unusual options data, and dark pool data provided by IEX Cloud and CBOE. You get real-time crypto data and crypto scanners provided by Polygon.io. Unlimited downloadable analyst ratings for any stock. Brand new, we just launched our brand new options profit calculator today. Our social sentiment screener and FinViz's premium real-time scanner as well. All of this from all these companies is yours when you sign up for our 1-year membership. You get all of those things. Okay, included. You don't pay $1 extra for any of that. All right. So here's what I will say. Okay, here's what I want to say about this. There are a handful of things that you need to be a full-on, to be a trader. There's a handful of things that you're going to need. Okay, what you are going to need. You taking chicken feed? Oh, like chicken scratch? I thought you were talking about my magnets. You're gonna need a real-time news feed. Okay. The companies that will offer this will be companies like Benzinga, Bloomberg, and MT Newswire. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care. If you don't want to sign up for True Trading Group, that's fine. But there's plenty of people that are on here that don't sign up for True Trading Group that still want to be traders. You need to get this stuff. Okay, whether you get it with us or not. Okay? A real-time news feed. Okay, we worked our deal with Benzinga, but Bloomberg has a terminal that's like $25,000 a year. MT Newswire is a couple $1,000 a year. And then there's a couple of others, right? Yahoo Finance is delayed news. That's why they sell you Yahoo Finance Premium, okay, to get more real-time stuff. You're going to need real-time full book level 2, especially if you want to day trade. What you get over at your broker is, for the most part, unless you have Lightspeed or some other broker that's going to be pretty costly, you are not getting full book level 2. Okay, it is an extra cost. On Thinkorswim, you actually have to pay extra and activate it. You get that included here. You're going to need that. All right, you cannot just look at top level. You can't just look at top level bid and ask. You have to look at the full book of level 2. You also need a good charting software. Couple of good charting softwares that are out there. You have with their brokerage accounts. You have Schwab's Street Smart Edge, which is really good. Lightspeed is really good. Most people, what they use is TradingView. Okay, which I'll tell you, that's what we offer to our members. And not like the free widget, like the actual premium version of TradingView. That's what you get. We have a licensing agreement with them. Okay. Yeah. Market depth is 100% included, Dan.
Tracy. Yep. Absolutely.
Absolutely. We literally went out and literally worked deals over years with these companies to get it so that we can. So the way that True Trading Group works, and we shared this last night, I'll share it one more time, just to be 1,000% transparent. Our formula for what it is that we charge, right? So typically a membership to True Trading Group is $2,212. We brought it down for a bunch of sales, and now we're walking it up slowly. Okay, we're walking it up slowly. So tonight last night we were at 1212. Tonight we're at 1220. Okay, just like we said we would. Every night it's being walked up little by little until in the beginning of the new year it's going to be back at 2212. Our goal is to continue to make this accessible to people. How do we judge what's accessible to people? We have a little formula. We base it on what the average U.S. annual rent payment is. If it is cheaper than the average U.S. annual rent payment, then that is what we will charge. And as much features and tools as we can fit into that price point is what it is that we will offer. Okay? That is how we calculate it. So the average rent payment in the United States is anywhere between let's call it anywhere between $1,200 to $2,000. Okay? Right around there. Anything above that becomes somewhat out of reach for people. All right? It becomes, instead of saying, hey, this is a tool that I need, it becomes, this is a goal that I need to save up to. And you shouldn't have to choose between keeping your lights on and paying your bills and getting an education that can allow you to literally, education and tools that can allow you to prosper. So what we are going to do is as follows. Beginning of the year, it's going to be 2212, but we're going to let you guys put down $1,000, $1,100, okay? And then 6 months later, we'll let you pay the difference, okay? That is what we will do. But it is not 22, and that keeps it within reach of people. But it's not 2212 right now, okay? Right now, as part of our holiday sale, it's $1,220. That is what the cost of a True Trading Group annual membership is for literally everything that I just went over. Okay? All you need to do, if you want to take advantage of this, all right, is you go to ttgoffer.com. Once you're on this page, you're going to notice a couple things. First of all, we have laptops. I've been sharing about this for the past couple nights. I have a fixed amount of laptops left. I have 14 for tonight. Okay? I have enough to where I think I can make them last for each live stream until Sunday. That is my goal. So I am spacing them out is what I'm doing. I have 14 of those laptops available for tonight. There will be some laptops available for tomorrow, but that number is going to be scaled back as we get closer to Sunday because they are selling. Okay? Now, with the laptop, that's going to be a brand new Asus, HP, Acer, Dell, Lenovo, or Chromebook laptop. This is claimed upon becoming TTG certified via completion of all TTG courses and exams. That is how you get it. When you are done with your courses and exams and you have passed them, you send us a message with your certification. We go ahead, we get your info, we send you the laptop. Absolutely, we send these out. I'm not going to ask everyone to type one or whatever, but our members in chat, if you could vouch for the fact that we actually do send these out, that would be great. The other thing to consider here too is for those thinking, oh, well, the courses must be really hard. Like, oh, that's the catch. The catch is the courses, right, Mike?
Yeah, right.
Let me explain. When you go through your courses and then you go through your exams, at the end of the first attempt of your exam, there's an answer key. I'm not telling you this so you cheat. If you're going to cheat, you're only cheating yourself.
Right, you're only cheating yourself at that point, guys.
I'm just telling you this so that you know that, hey, like, you know, if you really want that laptop, like it's kind of weird. It's a weird flex on your part. But if you really want that laptop, you could just cheat. So I wouldn't, but I'm just saying. Okay, so just to let you know that it's not like some crazy catch. Here, Cjo Saz says, an honest question. Why don't you guys remove the laptop and reduce the laptop price? Get rid of the laptop and reduce the price on courses. Because the laptop for us, we're just throwing that in so that we get these laptops at a super discount, right? So for us, it's not a big deal to throw them in there. It's essentially just Mike and I taking from our profit of a membership and throwing it in to give incentive. Right. Okay. Taking the laptop out would not make this cheaper. You know, it just wouldn't. It shouldn't be cheaper. And if you disagree with that, you are more than welcome to go to Quote Media or Benzinga or any of these other companies and go buy their services individually. Okay? So, now you have to, so the price on the landing page is going to say $22.12. You have to put in the code TTG121. TTG121, click apply code or press enter. It's going to flash green, and then your price is going to change. It's going to say $12.20, at which point, Joe, before you scroll down, Mike, explain the 2 small private study groups and the benefits of that.
Yeah, guys, those private study groups are really a chance for you to ask questions and to cover topics and lessons that you're having a hard time with. It's because you can go through those courses all on your own, right? It goes at your own pace, at your own schedule. But what happens when if there's something that you don't understand? Now, you have the ability to send a direct message to any one of the moderators in chat throughout the course of the day if you guys have questions about anything. But during the trading day, everyone's trading. You might be trading. You might not be, wanting to go through this whole educational breakdown because everyone's trying to make money. When the market's closed, we host these small private study groups every single Thursday. Okay. So you will have the ability to go into these small private study groups. It is in a small, private, intimate setting. There's a limit on the amount of members that could attend these. And you're going to be in there with a professional trader from TTG, one of our moderators, so that your questions and your issues can be taken care of, can be answered, so we can speed up the learning curve. All right, this can be a real benefit for people that are maybe stuck on something or having a difficult time with something specific, and you guys want help about a specific topic. So those small private study groups, you're going to get 2 of those included with your membership.
So that's how that works. Again, you got to enter the coupon code. It will not do it for you. Joe, scroll down to the bottom, please. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is our money back guarantee. We have a money back guarantee at True Trading Group that is second to none. Okay? If you complete all of our courses and pass all exams with an 85% or higher, you complete just one of the free small private study groups Mike was just talking about. At the end of your 1 year, If you did not make your membership fee back at least one time, we are going to give you a full refund on your money plus $1,000. I did not stutter. That is exactly what I said. Now, let's talk about what the stipulations are on that, right? There's always like some crazy fine print in there. Not really. I just listed all the major stuff. The only thing we're going to ask you is at the end of the year, if you submit this and you say, okay, I want this back, as much as we'd love to take your word for it, we are going to ask you for, for your trading records, for your broker statement. That's it. You submit that. Everything else is checked off. You are good to go. That's it. It's that simple. That is not a big ask at all. The entire time that we have been in business, we have never refused anyone's refund, not once. Not once. Okay? Jock Ho says, get my refund ready. It's there if you want it, brother. Not a problem.
We've never denied a single person.
Never denied a single person. So if you would like to claim it, that's fine. You can be part of the 1.78% of people that have claimed a refund since 2016. I think that sounds pretty reasonable. If that sounds reasonable, can you type the number 1 in chat, please? If you think that money back guarantee sounds reasonable.
I mean, here we're giving you guys more money than what you paid to sign up. So you got to understand something. You'll pay $12.20 to sign up, and if you get this money back guarantee, we're giving you back $2,220.
And Mike, why do we do that? It's because we're desperate.
Guys, I have no problem doing
it. We're not desperate. We believe in our product. We have no problem putting our money where our mouth is.
Simple.
And if you sign up for True Trading Group, your goal shouldn't be a refund.
Peter Parker goes, shit, I should be giving you money back.
I don't know. I saw somebody say that they had they paid $55,000 plus 34% or something crazy.
That's crazy.
Look, Mike and I, we're not cocky about a lot of things. I mean, Mike has every reason to be cocky about his eyebrows, but he isn't. We're not cocky about a lot of things. We are cocky about our product. We believe in this product wholeheartedly, and this is the best way to demonstrate it. Another great way to demonstrate it is this. TTG members, if you are a member of True Trading Group and you are making money or becoming a better trader, can you please sound off in chat right now? Please. Type the number 1. Guys, at True Trading Group, it is our goal to teach you how to fish.
Just see how many number 1s are coming through in chat right now, guys. These are TG members that are making money, that are becoming better traders. We always talk about results matter. This is what results look like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's a lot of number 1s.
So what I gotta tell you is this, guys. And look, and if you're not ready to sign up for, if you don't want to sign up for full annual membership for whatever the reason, that's fine. We also have a trial. You can go to ttg3.com. Okay, it is $3. That is all. You get to join us in chat. You get three courses, 3 sample courses, access to the Benzinga Pro news feed. Guys, for the Benzinga Pro news feed alone, it's worth $3 for the time, for the full day. Sign up tonight for that, and the weekend does not count. So you do get a full trading week inside of chat, regardless of when you sign up.
Yes.
Okay. It's just $3. There's no auto renew. When it expires, it just simply expires. You are never charged again. You have to manually re-enter your credit card information in order to go to an annual membership. If you do not do that, it just expires. There's no trickery or any of that crap here. Okay? So that is no, you could sign up on the weekend if you want, Choose. Absolutely you can. I'm just saying if you sign up now, if you sign up on the weekend, you'll just have access to the 3 trial courses or whatever, but like you're not going to get, it's not going to count the day, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it won't count as one of your days. It's almost like a freebie. So Tejas Ted said, I paid $3. Give me time to see if TTG was on the level. Past due diligence in 48 hours. Yeah.
Most people don't even go through the full week. Most people join after just like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, you know why, man? It's because there's such a large amount of a sea of like garbage out there.
Yeah, it really
that
is.
Once they see what it is that we're doing here, they're like, whoa. And they get all those tools that they would have to spend money on. Like, also, they're like, whoa, wait a second. This is it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point, right? We didn't want to just make a trading group with courses, right? Because like fucking everybody has that.
Yeah.
You know? That's not what we wanted. We wanted to build a platform that empowers the retail trader. That is what we sought out to do, and that is what we have done.
Look, there's evolution goes. It was just 3 days for me.
Yeah.
See, guys, if you how many people joined through the trial? Did you guys sign up like through the trial? If you guys were trial members and then became a member, just sound off in chat.
Eric Hansen
trial
says,
for 1 hour, says Eric Hansen. Then I joined. Dean Smith on the 2nd or 3rd day they joined.
Why? Why did you guys join when you did? What made you like what sealed the deal, so to speak?
24 hours for wild card. Twice for Oilers, 2nd day for Tim, 1 day for Feeling Froggy, 2nd day for G Sanchez, 2nd day for Louis Cruz.
John Warner says I signed up on the first live stream I watched.
Yes, John. Yes.
I hope you and my daughter have nothing in common later in life. Adam's transparency sealed it for me. I mean, look, I'll tell you this.
Oh, Howard too. Howard Putz goes, I saw that Michael knew what he was doing during the very first live stream that I watched.
Yeah.
2nd day for Preddy. Within 15 minutes of my first live stream for Humble Pie. Joined after Dominic Affinito joined after 2 days and then became a lifetime member within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, guys, we're not just spieling bull here. Like, look, and look, there's still a lot of people on here. If you're new and this is your, let me see something real quick. Hold on, let me see something real quick. If this is your first time on this live stream or you're not a TTG member, can you guys go ahead and type the number 1 real quick? I want to see something because I want to speak directly to you for a second. First time on our stream or not a TTG member, type the number 1 if you could.
Moses joined after their 2nd day. They saw the experience and the education. Chris Bottas said he joined because of my eyebrows, Adam.
I have a love-hate relationship with Chris Bottas. I love him. But there are times with Chris Bottas, and Chris Bottas has been a member for a long time.
Yeah, Chris is TTG OG.
I'm just kidding. Dant Tracy, number 1. Guys, go ahead. First time on our stream or not a member, type the number 1 for me if you could. Okay, Maddie Extraordinaire, 1. Driller B, 1. Timothy McNally, 1. Rafael Rivera, 1. Diving Mad, 1. I see it. Kathleen, bro. You're just getting, I feel like
Thank you, Kathleen.
John Krigna from Facebook. John, I feel like you have the ultimate Facebook picture. It's like him with like a backpack and like his, like pensive looking. It is the perfect Facebook picture. Um, well, here's what I'll say is that we come on here every night and we give a and these live streams are these live streams double as an infomercial. Let's just call it what the F it is, right? The reason is because in this industry, there's a couple different ways that you can market yourself. Okay? Because True Trading Group is a business, and you want it to be a business because you don't want us to treat you as a charity. I promise you, you do not want Mike or myself or anyone else to treat you as a charity. Okay? You want us to be a business. And we want to be a business, right? That's why we're here. Now, what gets people excited online, right? When you want to sell memberships? Well, you got to show fancy cars, nice watches, mansions, all sorts of stuff, right? You got to make them believe that if they do those things that you do, then they're going to be able to have all that stuff. All the mansions, the cars, the planes, the this, the that, the everything. That's typically how these companies market themselves. Okay? Because people want that stuff. They feed off your greed and your desire. You think, okay, well, I don't need a mansion. If I can only get a fraction of that, I'm going to be okay. We will not advertise that way. We will not advertise that way. All right? And we just won't do it. So what do? We come on these live streams. We give you guys a sales pitch for about 30 to 35 minutes total out of the whole stream. The rest is pretty much really good content. We know it is because we know people that are not members that have made a ton of money just by tuning into these streams. Okay? And that's what we do. This live stream is how we sell memberships, and it's how we reach a new audience. Fact. No one's hiding that here. Okay? What I will say, though, is that it would be very easy for Mike and I to take the money that we do have and go ahead and create a bunch of ads that we know will sell you. And I would get to spend more time with my family and not sit on a live. Mike would get to hang his picture in his office in the new home that he just bought. And we'd all be able to make the same money and not have to put forth this amount of effort. But we don't. We don't because we would rather do this 6 nights a week, fully exhausted, but be transparent and not have to cross that line.
Integrity.
Integrity is an important thing. That is why we combine the sales push with the stuff on here. So yes, if you're on these live streams, there will be sales. We know it can be annoying, but trust me, us putting our other, putting out ads that are misleading and showing you crazy stuff, and then you not being able to accomplish those things because you were sold a bill of BS. That's even more frustrating. So I'd rather sit here and, sell you guys on some real stuff than sit on my couch and know that I'm selling a bill of goods on some garbage. All right. The other thing is that people don't really talk about it, but we talk about the why. Why do you trade? Why do you trade? And of course it's for money, right? Everyone wants to make money. Trading is not rocket science. It doesn't matter if you have a full-time job. It doesn't matter how much you're starting with or how little you have or how much time you don't have. If this didn't work for people that had all sorts of restrictions on them as far as money and time availability and everything else, we'd have like 5 members, but instead we have close to 10,000. 10,000, almost 10,000 members, paying members we have. And it's not because of garbage ads on Facebook. And it's not because of Mike's Ayo ad on YouTube. I promise you, that ad gets a lot of hate. It's because you guys get to come here and see what we're really about. And that word of mouth and our members' success is what has grown True Trading Group and will continue to grow True Trading Group. Because instead of worrying about, when Lambo, we want you guys to focus on, when do I not have to worry about paying my mortgage? When do I not have to worry about keeping the lights on? When do I not have to worry about overspending in a grocery store? Okay? When do I not have to worry about couponing? When do I not have to worry about this next car bill or my kids' tuition or supporting my family or my rent payment? That's what the F we're going to show you here. That's what this does. This is bigger than courses. This is bigger than Lambo. All right?
Real life. Real life.
So that's it. Go ahead, Mike. Let's get into the SPY.
All right, folks. Let's talk about the SPY real quick. I know a lot of people are asking me about what I think about the SPY, and I got a couple of messages from people. Is the Santa Claus rally over, or is it just on pause? I mean, guys, there's only 2 days left in the year. We have only 2 days left in the year, and the move that the markets have made has been a large one. Okay,
real quick, Scotty says, "Do you also live stream your day trading?" Yeah, all of our mods do.
Yes.
Mike, if you want to explain that real quick.
Yeah, so we don't live stream it on YouTube. That's for our live trading is for our members. So with inside of the chat every single day, the moderators and myself share our screen with you. So you see what is on our screens. You see what we are looking at. We are also live on the microphone like I'm talking to you now. Okay. We call out our trades in advance. I tell you exactly what I'm going to do before I do it. I will tell you where I'm buying, where's my stop loss, where's my take profit targets. You guys will get the full analysis and breakdown on what's going on in my head, what I'm thinking, and what's going to cause me to get into a trade. So but
not just you. We have 8 other pro traders for every style of trading.
Correct.
Swing trading. What do you call it? Swing trading, long-term investing, day trading. Mike, what am I missing?
Yeah, well, we have all the different traders, guys. It's day trading, swing trading. We call out long-term investments as well. We do stocks, options, small caps, mid caps, large caps, crypto. We literally trade everything. High volatility, low volatility, everything inside of True Trading. Okay, so
options. There's a heavy focus on options as well.
Yeah, every day there's options and equities being traded.
Yeah.
There's
and JD's getting into scalping now too. So there we go.
Yeah, there's something for everybody inside of True Trading Group, guys. Literally something for everybody. All right.
And so for those that don't know, Matt Kors just joined the True Trading Group family as a TTG part-time moderator. So, this past Sunday, we welcomed Matt Kors to the family. Super excited about having him on board. We got a lot of stuff working on with him. So very excited. Love that guy.
Yeah. Matt Kors, long time coming. I'm happy to have him officially part of the TTG fam. All right, guys. So with regards to the SPY, I have been saying that I have felt like the markets have just made too big of a move over too short a period of time and needed to just take a breather. And I really do think that this previous flat top needs to be tested. It has not been tested yet. Now, we broke through, this was heavy resistance. And we broke through this level on the very first attempt on very low volume at the very end of the year when volume is typically very slow. Okay. So when volume is typically very light, we broke that level. That is not a convincing breakout to me. This is not a convincing breakout. I think this level needs to be retested. What I saw happen today, okay, was some hesitation in the markets today. I saw some hesitation today, okay, because yesterday's high, which is your all-time high, we quietly got ourselves back up to that level. And then as soon as that level got tested, bang, we got smacked down, and now we're trading lower after hours. So I saw a little hesitation today in the overall markets just to continue getting long. You have a very clear support level down here around 476. Okay, here's your support level around 476, clear as day. Okay, what I believe you're going to get in the next day or two is a break beneath 476. And if we break below 476, I think that will start the pullback to retest 473, which is that previous flat top all-time high. I think that needs to be tested. Everybody welcome George. George, the newest member of the THD family. Oh, I'm sorry, Augustus. I'm sorry, I read the wrong message, guys. Augustus, excuse me. Augustus, newest member of the TTG family. Everybody welcome Augustus. There's now 13 of those laptops left, folks. You can go to ttgoffer.com, ttgoffer.com, and use the code TTG121. You actually have to type that code in, guys. You'll get the 44% discount. Is it 44%, Adam? Right?
It's 40. It was 45 last night. It's 44 today, and then by the beginning of 2022, it's going to be 22.12. It'll be a 2-payment system though, so it's within reach of people.
Okay, so you guys have it.
Also, anyone that has any questions about the membership, or you're having trouble checking out, or something isn't right, whatever, you could send a text message or WhatsApp to me directly at 201-775-9702. That's 201-775-9702. You need to text only. If you call that number, I physically cannot answer it. It is a voice over IP for text. So do not call, just shoot a text. If you have any questions or if something's wrong with the checkout or whatever it is, be more than happy to answer any and all questions. 201-775-9702. Thanks.
There you have it, folks. All right. So that's kind of my thinking here with the SPY. You know, and I've been waiting for it. We haven't gotten it. I really do think, though, that level needs to be retested. You know, I actually think that you may get a move to all-time highs in the very beginning of the year next year, like January. I think, you know, as, you know, once COVID cases actually start their decline, I think the markets might, you know, rally into the very start of 2022. And then Q1 could actually be a move to some new all-time highs. Everybody welcome Robert. Robert, welcome to the TTG family. Only 12 of those laptops now left. ttgoffer.com. Enter the code TTG121. Everybody welcome Robert, newest member of the family. Okay. But I'm really just not sold on the conviction of this break of this previous double top resistance. I'm just not sold on it. And I really do believe if the markets are going to break above, if the SPY is going to get to 4,800, I think it has to pull back first and test this level. I think it has to. All right. You have a double top and a double bottom in place on the last 2 trading days. I'll take you to a 15-minute chart just so you can see it more clearly. Okay. There's your double top. There's your resistance. And clear as day, there is your support. So it's 478.50 resistance, 476 support. And what I am saying is I believe tomorrow the SPY may open slightly red. I think we might open right down here, 476.50-ish. And then in the morning, I think we're going to crack that 476. Then you look for the bounce back attempt to become resistance. And then the pullback could finally happen. And they can pull back down to 473. All right. So I believe that we're going to see a pullback before we break through this double top all-time high of 478.50. Everybody, welcome Brent. Brent is the newest member of the family. Welcome, Brent. 11 of those laptops left now, guys. Welcome, Brent. Remember, guys, just go to ttgoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121. Welcome, Brent. Glad to have you as part of the group. All right. So that's going to be my game plan for tomorrow with regards to the overall markets. Okay. That'll be my game plan tomorrow. What I will say to you is this, though, don't be stingy with it. Don't be stubborn. This would be a trend counter type of trade. This would be a trend reversal. Understand that. If you're going to try to, stay true to your stop losses, stay disciplined. Don't allow for the trade to get out of hand. Okay. Yes, the stock market's open on Friday, the 31st. Guys, don't forget the price goes up tonight. All right. The price goes up. You could have joined last night for under $1,200. Now the price.
No, you couldn't have. It was 12.12 yesterday.
About 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, you guys could have joined for under $1,200. Okay. Now it's $1,220. The price is going to go up at midnight tonight, and then it's going to jump once we get into the new year. Okay,
Mike, Golem Desai on WhatsApp says, is it possible to get in the stocks which Mike gets into if I want to? Will we be notified?
Absolutely. Guys, absolutely. So you guys have to understand, every single day, all day long, myself, as well as the other professional traders that are moderators inside of True Trading Group,
He says it's getting tempting. I've been listening to Mike for some time now.
I would love to have you part of the group. Every single day, I am on the microphone talking the way that I'm talking to you all now. And I will tell you, I'll say something like this, verbatim. I'll say, all right, guys, we got support here around $30. I'm going to look for a pullback into like 30.25, 30.40. I'm going to be a buyer in that zone. My stop loss will be down around 29.40. I'm going to try to be a buyer around 30.25, 30.40. And then we're going to take first profits off around 31.25, second take profit, 32.50. And then maybe we can get some extension, some follow through. Our next take, maybe $34. We'll kind of fill that gap. And that'll be my final take profit. And that is exactly verbatim what I'll say to you on the microphone before I get into a trade. Once my order actually executes, you will then get a push notification that will notify you of the price of my execution with all the other information that I just said to you. So you will get all of my trade alerts. You'll get all the other moderators' trade alerts. So if you guys want to follow them, you absolutely can do so. Okay. That is an everyday occurrence inside of True Trading Group. Okay. And we're there with you literally the entire day, from pre-market all the way through after hours. The moderators are with you for the entire day. You can send us DMs during the day also. I forgot what this person's name was, Adam, that you had just said. I missed their name, but you can send us direct messages during the day. I'm sorry?
That can't be correct. Hang on. Gulam, Gulam.
Gulam. Okay. Say you can send us direct messages at any point during the day. Any point during the day, you can send us a DM. You can ask us questions. Not just me, the other moderators as well. We're there to help you guys. Okay, that's literally every single day. Adam, is there a code word for tonight? People are asking.
It's Chris Botsis that's asking.
Rocky as well.
It's just Chris Botsis.
Chris, there's your love-hate, Chris. There it is.
Chris, bro. Chris today in chat, he's asking me a question like 50 times and I'm swamped. and he says to me in chat, he goes, "Why are you ignoring me?" I'm like, "Come on, Chris." So, all right, what is the code word for tonight? Let's see.
We love you, Chris. I remember Chris was actually very skeptical. Chris, I still remember the day you signed up, bro.
He was skeptical when he signed up for a lifetime membership.
I still remember the day that Chris signed up. Chris was so skeptical on the live streams. Chris, I still remember
him, dude. Chris has been here since the first live stream.
He goes, "Stop, Chris. I love you, man.
We love you, Chris." All right, the code word for tonight, it's going to be 2 words again. Choke on.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Choke on. That is the code word for tonight.
It's aggressive.
Not if you read back all the words, it isn't.
I don't even remember what the other code word
It's like, please, I'm not going to say them all now.
Yeah.
But I'll type it to you later.
Okay.
That's the code word.
All right. All you dirty minds out there, be nice. All right. All right, folks, there you have it.
And for those that don't know what we're doing, that code word, every 2 weeks, we give people every 2 weeks we give 10 members of True Trading Group $300. So we give away $3,000 to our members every 2 weeks. And this is just a fun way that we do it. They got to come on here and get the code word. And then they have to give us the code word if their name is called, and if they can, then we give them the cash. It's just a fun thing that we do inside of True Trading Group.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. All right, guys. So there's my thoughts on the SPY. I really do believe that level needs to be tested. So that's something I'm going to look for. And again, I saw a little bit of that hesitation today. So I am going to see if maybe I get something like that tomorrow. And if I don't get it, I'll leave it be. I'm not going to get call options or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just looking specifically for that move. And if I don't get it, if the stock market just trades sideways again today and just bounces around in this level, I'll just leave it be. Okay, I'll just leave it be. Nika, welcome to the TC family. Now there's only 10. Now there's only 10 left, guys. All right, there's only 10. All right, 10 laptops left. You guys remember, go to ttgoffer.com and you will then type in the coupon code TTD121. That'll get you the 44% discount, the 2 small private study groups. Don't forget the price goes up at midnight tonight. There's not going to be a New Year's sale. It's going to be cheaper than this. This is your chance. Now, the price is going up tomorrow. All right. And then, of course, you guys get the money back guarantee. Guys, seriously, what do you have to lose? In all honesty. The only people that really have something to worry about are the people that are going to be lazy and are not going to actually go through any of the courses. You're not going to do any work. All right. If you're not going to do anything, then yes, you have a reason to.
And even then, the win rate is so high.
No,
it's above 80% that even if you didn't, it's stupid. Yeah. So look, it is what it is. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but as long as you guys are willing to actually put in some effort, which this deserves your effort, because if you guys become successful at this, you can reach financial goals you never thought were possible. So if you give it an effort and go through the courses, pay attention enough to pass the quizzes, and you also do get the answer key in the quizzes as well, but don't cheat because you're only cheating yourself. Pass the quizzes and then attend 1 private study group. If you do those 3 things and still do not make your membership fee back at least once, that's $1,220. If you do not make that number back at least once during your membership, we will give you not only your $1,220 back, we're going to give you an extra $1,000 on top. Understand what I'm saying to you. You'll pay $1,220 to sign up. If you fail, I'm going to give you back $2,220. Okay? That money back guarantee is right on the website. So you're getting exactly everything I'm saying to you guys here. So what is the risk? I want to remove it. I want to remove it for you. All right? So there you have it, folks. All right, what I'd like to do now, that's kind of the recap there with the SPY. We talked about ISIG earlier, so in the live stream, so we don't have to touch upon that again. But what I'll do now is I'd like to actually go through the platform and show you the different tools and the resources that you have available to you as a member. Adam told you earlier about the different features that are included. Let me actually show you the platform real quick, folks, because when you guys join True Trading Group, you're getting access to all the top premium trading tools and resources because they're all included with your membership. Of course, you have our chat room where myself and our other traders will share their screen with you, alert their trades. You can also listen to the audio analysis. We break down our trades in real time and also where we see opportunity in the market. You're going to get at least a minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders that's sporting over an 80% win rate collectively. We keep a trading journal on our website that tracks literally every buy and sell that our moderators make so that you guys can follow along and see how you would be performing if you followed our trade alerts. You then get those 2 small private study groups. I told you guys about those earlier. Your chance to get individualized attention from a TeachD mod to speed up your learning curve. Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed is right in our chat room as well. This will give you live breaking up to the second news alerts inside of chat so you can get news at the same speed as the professionals. No more relying on delayed news feeds. TradingView's premium charting software as well. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. It is all included with your membership. You guys do not have to pay $1 extra for anything that I'm showing you. You have Trade Ideas real-time scanner as well. Everybody, welcome Bruce to the TTG family. Welcome, Bruce. There are 9 laptops left now, guys. TTG121. Use that coupon code. All right. Go to ttgoffer.com. The Trade Ideas scanner is the industry standard market scanner, guys. This cloud-based artificial intelligence stock market analysis platform streams live in the TeachD platform. This will make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. Then you can use our simulator that I'll let you guys practice. You can trade stocks and options with real-time data without risking a single dollar of your money. This is the same simulator that's used at Cal State University Fullerton, University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. You get access to all of these tools and resources for the entire length of your membership. Not 30 days, not 90 days, the entire length of your membership. You have access to this stuff. We also have our own proprietary scanner for stocks, but also for crypto. And then you get the real-time dark pool data and options flow as well. Guys, these are tools that only professional traders had access to, not anymore. This is how we level the playing field for our retail trader. We give them access to not only the professional level education that I received working at the fund, we also give you guys access to tools and resources that professional traders use. You have a full trading performance journal as well. This journal will actually track your stock, option, crypto, even futures trades, and give you hard statistics and data back on your trading so we can see where you're making mistakes, so we can talk about how to improve and how to make adjustments. You have our social sentiment scanner, which will actually scour StockTwits, Reddit, and Twitter and tell you what are the most talked about trending stocks on these different platforms so you can help stay ahead of the crowd. You'll also get our stock profile tool with all of our analyst ratings. Wouldn't it be nice for you to actually see for yourself how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on a stock and what their price targets are before you decide to buy or sell? This tool will give you just that and more. SEC filings, insider buying, insider selling, corporate events, stories, okay, news, financial rate, everything right there for you guys, included with your membership. And of course, our watch list that's posted daily, as well as our pre-market game plan that we go over each and every single day, where the TeachD Pro traders will tell you what they have their eyes on and how we intend on trading these stocks before the market opens, so you know exactly where to focus your attention. You also get swing trade email alerts and analysis. And then you've got the courses, which is, again, a simplified but yet expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund. Beginner and foundation courses for those that are brand new will walk you through my strategy and lays out the foundation for the path to consistent profitability. And then the advanced courses, which is where we're going to do a deep dive into the education I received at the fund. And we're going to simplify it into layman's terms to share the keys of professional technical analysis and trade execution. Options courses as well, guys, for those that are interested in learning how to trade calls, puts, straddles, strangles, debit spreads, credit spreads, iron condors, you name it, we've got it. It's right there in the options course for beginners, and then also an advanced options course as well. Trader psychology, game-changing course, one of my favorites. Trading's 80% mental, folks. You're going to learn how to master your emotions like a pro with the trader psychology course. We also have a swing trading course for those that are not a fan of day trading. We got you covered. Okay, the swing trading course is going to show you guys how to trade stocks over several days and weeks as opposed to over several minutes and hours. Perfect for you guys that work full-time jobs. Then you've even has to have a course that talks about how to trade during a market crash. I got a feeling this is going to be helpful for next year. I will also be updating that course as well. You have a crypto course for those interested in crypto. And then in addition, a video library that has well over 200 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we conduct on a daily or weekly basis, covering different topics, all there for you to see. Our premium blog and forum gives you guys some insightful tips, market commentary, trade ideas, and recaps, updated weekly by the TTG Pro traders. And then any and all new courses and tools we come out with in the future, you automatically have access to. All right. Guys, the next 9 people to use the coupon code TTG121, go to the website, ttgoffer.com. You'll get that 44% discount, the 2 small private study groups, the chance to earn the free laptop, and the money-back guarantee. We are also 5-star rated. I welcome, encourage, and invite you all to go check us out on Trustpilot. We are 5-star rated. Read them all.
Mike, it's not 14. Stop saying that.
Why not?
14. It's because
that's a big deal that it's 1,398.
You've been saying that it's 1,400 since we had like 1,380.
No, literally since 1,392.
Okay, but I'm a big stickler on accuracy and numbers. We're so close.
Guys, nearly 1,400 people since it's 1,399 have left us a review on Trustpilot. 5-star rated. Go check them out. Read them all. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Literally. Yeah, definitely check out the bad reviews, because what you'll see on the bad reviews is that I'm an a-hole and I'm hard to work with. That I'm an a-hole and I'm hard to work with. That I'm an a... What else is there on the bad reviews? No?
Yeah, it's basically just, how much, that the person hates you.
Yeah, and I get it. I can be an a-hole. But I'll tell you what, and I can be hard to work with, but I'll tell you what. I give 110% to everybody that's in there. And it is my goal to make sure that everyone has the environment and the tools and the resources needed to be successful. Not easy being, running that type of business.
Yeah, very true.
So,
yeah, guys, read the good reviews, but also read the bad.
Bad ones. Read the bad ones too. Totally fine. Can't all be sunshine and rainbows. You're not
going to make everybody happy. But I think it's best for you to see the people that join your training group that are unhappy with their experience. It is important for you to see why they are unhappy, and then read the good and see why they are happy. And then you decide what's best for you.
Exactly.
Okay. So again, guys, our goal is to disrupt this industry. To do that, we got to provide insane value and results. Results matter at TTG. That's why we have that money back guarantee. We stand behind our platform.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You won't find anyone on any of the negative reviews that says we stiff them on the refund. You will find people that say, Adam's this is that is that. Oh, and they had the audacity to just send me my money back.
Yeah.
We have people that leave us bad reviews because they weren't happy. They were complaining a lot or whatever. And we're like, you know what? It's okay. No hard feelings. Here's your money back. Go on your separate ways. And they get pissed when we send them the money back.
We don't care. Guys, literally, we don't. If you are unhappy, no problem. Okay. But we don't. It's fine. Totally fine. I've never seen someone get angry for getting returned their money. But like I said, guys, go read the good, the bad, go read them all. Okay. 5-star rated there for a reason. 1,399 people have taken the time out of their day to leave us a review on Trustpilot. Go check them out. Okay. You guys also have the 1-week trial. If you're still not ready to pull the trigger, that's ttgthree.com. It's a 1-week trial. It's only $3. We charge $3 to make sure you are a real person. Okay. You guys can join us, trade with us for a week, experience what it's like to be in chat with us, see the platform. Okay.
Wait. We got it. When you send in mine, this guy's a dick.
Oh, yeah. Jocko's a dick.
Jocko, send us an email. I'll send you yours right now.
Jocko, just send an email. We'll send you your money right now. I'd rather.
Yeah, we're good, buddy. Well, we got you.
You got your money back with literally by tomorrow morning. The money.
No. I'm gonna do it right now, Jock. I blocked you.
It's not gonna process. It's 7 o'clock.
No. I'm sitting in front of the computer. I'll do it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather just give Jock his money back and let him go on his way.
Yeah.
All right. So there you have it, Jock. You're getting your money back, brother. All right. So there you guys have it. See, that's simple. What do you guys have to lose? All right. Again, we have a refund rate of 1.78%, folks. A refund rate of 1.78%. All right. So again, you go to ttgoffer.com and then just type in the coupon code TTG121. All right. That's it, folks.
Wait. I was going to do this, then I got distracted by Jack Ho or, Jack Off or whatever his name is. Do you hear Ari crying in the background?
No, I don't.
He's so upset that Sarah and I are going on vacation. Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome, Gulam. 8 laptops left now, guys. 8 laptops left. All right. Again, go to ttgoffer.com. Enter the coupon code TTG121. Jocko is oddly quiet now that we're telling him that his money is being returned to him. Jocko, I don't think you have a choice anymore. We're just going to send your money back.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We have if you're a complete a-hole, we kick you out and send you your money back.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's up to our discretion, not yours. All right,
folks. So, guys, there you have it. If you guys haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. If you guys haven't done so already, turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on any one of these lives, guys. We're dropping golden nuggets on the regular. All right, wear a helmet next time. I don't want to see you guys getting hurt. Oh, those golden nuggets. They're heavy, man. These golden nuggets, sometimes they weigh like an ounce. You guys got to be safe out there. It's brutal. Ask Jock. He'll tell you. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow, guys. We're going to look to finish off the year strong. 2 days left in the trading year. Okay? We're going to make them count. All right? We're going to make
Juan Carlos Tapia just left us our 1,400th review.
Thank you, Juan. So I don't need to listen to Adam yell at me anymore when I say 1,400. Thank you, Juan.
I also want to show real quick, just so that everyone understands something.
Was it a good review?
Yeah. Yeah, it says, True Trading Group is a great place to learn how to trade, is a community, and they stick to all their plan. They have all the tools you need to be a professional trader. Awesome. What I do want to show you guys too is there's good reviews. Here's a 3-star review. You want an honest review, good and bad. I look at this one because I have a lot of respect for how this person wrote their review.
Right.
Okay? A lot of respect. Even though he put the guy Adam is a rude and arrogant and with no reason to be, especially to people in chat.
All our negative reviews are people complaining about you.
I know, and that's okay because I'm also the same guy that goes above and beyond for everyone. So I don't care if some people don't like me. My own kid doesn't like me half the time. I'm just kidding. But you'll see that my reply here is, this is Adam replying. As a business owner, I want to encourage people to leave honest reviews that are respectful and balanced. Most miss the mark and post reviews that are obscene, false, and flat out rude. Your review is exactly what you titled it as, an honest review, good and bad. I appreciate your honesty, your truth, and respect you showed us when expressing it all. I don't care. If you want to leave a 3-star, 2-star, or 1-star review, leave it. But be respectful, be honest, and be constructive.
Right.
Give us something to work towards.
Yeah, guys, if you have a genuine complaint about something, we want to work with you to fix it. We want to make sure that you guys obviously enjoy and get value out of your membership on the platform. So be constructive, be respectful, as we are to all of you. But when people are assholes, you will be treated the way that you treat others. And that's really it. And that person left a very, very, genuine and honest and respectful review. And as you can see, I mean, we're not hiding a 3-star review from anybody. We're showing you guys this because we value that review. We value that feedback, and just be respectful. And that's it. You guys want to leave a 1-star review? Go ahead and leave a 1-star review, but be constructive with the comments that you're going to leave. All right. So that's it, folks. All right. So there you have it. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. We had a lot of fun here. Another great live stream. Went way longer than we even expected. It's already 7 o'clock, but I've been on for 2.5 hours with you guys. Loved it. Enjoyed it, as always. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if I get that move in the SPY that I'm looking for. If we do, I'm going to jump all over it. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Make sure you guys use that coupon code. Remember, the price goes up tomorrow. Okay, so at midnight tonight, that price is going to jump. All right. You could have joined a couple days ago for less than $1,200. Now it's $1,220. It's jumping again at midnight tonight. Don't wait for New Year's Day. There's not going to be a New Year's sale. This is our holiday sale. It's not going to be cheaper than this. So you can go to ttgoffer.com, use the code TTG121, or go through the trial, ttgthree.com. That's the trial membership. It's only $3. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Everybody have a fantastic night. Later, guys.